Good morning again, Scott here, known as Cantaloupe to some online, and I'm bringing another video to you on a subject that's interesting to me. It might be of interest to you or someone you know. And this is going to be a couple of ideas parallel to each other from my own recent experiences and other experiences I've had over the years where I've talked to people online, on social media and whatnot, chat rooms, etc., where you're not entirely clear always who you're talking to. And I have learned in my own defense in this story to be cautious, to not extend myself beyond a point where I'm overly vulnerable or risking too much, so to speak. And I'm glad I didn't in this case, because for about the third or fourth time I've been fooled by people who intentionally omit things about themselves that are pretty common concerns or questions that people have between each other. You know what I mean? For example, do you have balls, for example? Okay, right. So you know what I'm talking about? Well, I'm not really interested in fleshing out my friend network at this time, so to speak. I'm not really looking for, a whole bunch of besties. So if I, chat with people, that's fine. Maybe it's about business. Maybe it's about romance. And I think by the time it becomes obviously about romance, they're, under a social obligation to disclose things that need disclosing, that commonly come up in the conversation about, physiology, preferences, that kind of thing. You can do what's called a live omission. That's when you know somebody's thinking something and you deliberately let them think it and refuse to disclose something important and relevant. It's relevant, right? So anyway, it ties into a bigger subject. The bigger subject is trusting people, and when it is good to do that and when it is not. For me, I wouldn't venture to tell someone else how to behave or how to act, because I don't honestly know who you're associating with. I don't know your situation or your environment, and those things are all very important. For me, it's a pretty simple matter. I like to err on the side of trust in people. I like to make myself vulnerable within reason so that I can experience the good things that people have. And I err on the side of optimism. I give people the benefit of the doubt intentionally. And they have initially every chance to stab me in the back. Within reason. There may be some life concerning things that I will withhold, but they will be able to burn me very easily. I make it possible, and they will only do it once. Now, here's my point. My point is, if I get burned, I've reached a point in my life where I understand that happens, and I am never going to give that person another opportunity, and I will not, sacrifice my trust for the next person because of it either. I will continue to deliberately trust people and not become jaded and bitter. I will, because it's a good idea in general to trust people and be vulnerable, I will choose to do that regardless of my experiences. But you've heard the expression, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. There won't be a second chance. There's not going to be another one. That's the end of it. So, abuse your freedom in general and you lose it. This is an ongoing theme in our society on an individual level and on a bigger scale in a justice sense. If you abuse your power, if you abuse your liberty, if you say that someone should have known better when you failed to disclose something important, that's not on them. You're allowed to lie to people. You're allowed to be a douchebag. Doesn't mean you should. Reach out with questions or comments to whitehotrobot@gmail.com. Thank you.